Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 15 Week 12 Bear Cave. We are back, start of the short weeks, so we are kicking along. Remember, we're now down to a 4-day schedule. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see the screen, so we can go ahead and get started. And as always, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can hop in at any time, claim a team. You can set your playbook, set your depth charts. You can recruit players. You can participate in our fully functional sportsbook, including a bunch of other stuff. We are going to move to the new game, so this is the perfect time to join. So check out any of the links in the descriptions. And as always, we are affiliated with Twitch, so you might run into some ads. So to not miss out on any of the action, use that Twitch Prime sub. It greatly helps us as it helps fund a national championship trophy and care package to send to our champion, which we'll be crowning here in the next couple of weeks. And yeah, we are back. Great day, an early morning Saturday morning where I don't have to work. I love to see it. We got Warren Berg return touchdowns. We've got Coach Pizza getting a win with Josh Concepcion coming on in. So a lot of fun stuff happening this week, and we have got an absolute stacked Bear Cave this week. Week 12 absolutely cooked. It was so hard to pick the games. Also, shout out to Cincinnati for scoring 77 points in the sim. I think that might be the highest sim we've ever seen. We obviously saw 86 from Tennessee. But welcome in. As always, check out our friends over at Home Field Apparel. They're doing some crazy stuff this summer, dropping some hilarious mascots. They just dropped the Fighting Okra from Delta State. Super cool collection if you want to check them out. You can use code SFA for 15% off, and if you are a returning customer, you can also use our affiliation links to help support us as well. So, as always, guys, let's get into it. This is Bear Cave. This is one of our server games where you can compete for recruiting rewards, and it's the 10 best games of the week outside of game day, and we jump in, live sim it. If it's close at the end, we'll actually watch it happen. So we're going to start out with the Sun Belt. Right now, Southern Miss is the G5 auto bid if the season ended today. So we'll see if they can keep it going against a Troy team that is always hard to beat. So we've got in the car with Wooly on the way to Cleveland. Nice. You get to brag about that Hail Mary in real life. That's hilarious. All right. Anyways, we're gonna get started. Coach Airborne, if you're here, I'm not sure if he is. Let me know, kick or receive. And as always, we do have lines and stuff for our sports book. So this game specifically is a 2-point spread favorite for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles, and the over-under is 52.5. And if you are betting on Bear Cave props, I actually saw a lot of these submitted. We've got Bobby Joe Toot Pancakes. Will he get 5+ for Southern Miss? He's the left guard, the SFA player, one of the better linemen in the country. So let's get it going. Here we go. Southern Miss and Troy kicking it off. And if Southern Miss loses, man, then all of a sudden it's like all hell breaks loose. Probably then you go to Fresno State, back to Arkansas State, back to Coastal, right? So we'll see what happens. And remember, playoff committee starts after week 13. So we're in week 12 right now, so we're getting close. North Texas Bear Cave slot is going to be our Patreon game of the week. So that is number 5, or maybe it's number 6. It's number 6. All right, here we go. The Troy Trojans, man, they are just a thorn in Southern Miss and B-Dog's side for years. They're a thorn in Coastal Carolina's side. We'll see if they can keep it going. Pablo Smalls there, and they are going to kick it off to start us out. So Wandale Hootie and company, Hephaestus Ames may or not be playing. Southern Miss starts out with 3 points. Very low-scoring game to start it. Not much doing. Very defensive battle going on. Troy gets the first touchdown, but Southern Miss immediately replies. Trey White and company, very good. So we'll go next quarter, 10-7 as we're halfway through the third. No scoring here either. Man, we got a defensive battle going crazy. And Troy ties it up with 5 minutes. We're going to go one play at a time now. Southern Miss has the rock there, driving down. As soon as Troy scores, it seems like they're just running clock. Look at this long drive, 3rd and 12. They get to the goal line. Remember, we don't jump into that 2-minute mark, and they score a touchdown. What a drive from Southern Miss. And that fullback gets in. So we'll see if Troy can reply here. They got to get it 4th and 3. We can't jump in. And it's a punt. They're going for the punt. No way. All right, so we're going to watch 3rd and 7 here. Troy has to get the stop. They're hanging on to the timeouts here. Interesting call. So Trey White and company, we saw them on game day last week take out Coastal Carolina on a game-winning field goal. Coach Key at the beach today. We got Trey White dropping back. No rush to speak of, and they get the first. Where was Xavier James on that play? Unbelievable. So Troy can't get home. First down for Southern Miss. And now one more first down will do it. Hand off to this really good fullback, Sean Martin. He dominated game day, had 2 touchdowns, including like a 30-yarder. 2nd and 5 now. Got to have Xavier James make a play, man. Maryland I. A handoff to DJ Hall. Get through there. What a hit. Pat Simmons saving the game here. Now we know Wandale Hootie has an arm, so I'm not too worried about him getting into the end zone if they get this ball back. 3rd and 4. Trey White can't get there. 4th down. Troy will get their chance. They're going to have under 40 seconds and no timeouts, but they will have a chance here. Unless Southern Miss decides to get aggressive. That is a long one. That's like a 1.99. Definitely, I think our yellow line is off. All right, so here is the punt. He's not going to pin him deep. So exactly 40 seconds left for Wandale Hootie. See what he can do. Last year, they were the Sun Belt champions. We saw him yam it deep a bunch. He didn't really progress, though. They're starting out at the 20. He drops back here. Hootie floats it. Hits his man. A beautiful play. Gets 12. Only took 4 seconds. Brennan Paris. So now up to the 35. Back to the pistol. Sack would pretty much kill you here. Hootie, he yams that deep, and he hits him, oh baby! An absolute piss missile from Wandale Hootie, and they're hurrying it up. He gave that yam the old Hawk Tua. He spit on that thing. Oh baby. What a yam. All right, 2nd and goal now from the 10. You've pretty much got all 3 chances here unless you get stopped in bounds. Thanks for the sub, Coach Pack. Hootie. Floats it. Oh, it's tipped away. Benson, who got I think he got the National Player of the Week last week on defense, or maybe he was just Sun Belt, but he makes the game-saving play there. 3rd and goal. Hootie, free blitzer. That's short. No! They got to hurry it up. Last play of the game. Last play of the game. They hurry it up. 10 seconds left. Hootie Steps up. Hootie. No, incomplete. Turnover on down. Southern Miss survives. Victory formation here for Southern Miss. They get a gritty win on the road. Yeah, Coach Shivey gave him the old hawk to straight on your dome. Bang! What a gross play, but that's what happens. He threw it short, they caught it, couldn't get into the end zone, so now you're stuck scrambling. Didn't have the play they wanted. Couldn't get any separation. Wandale Hootie had to try to create, ran out of time. But what a yam right there, man. The diving grab as well. If he put it just slightly under, maybe put just a slight amount of air under that, he could have walked into the end zone, but what a way to start week 12. Remember, we got a fantastic game day coming up as well from the SEC. We got top 10 Texas and top 10 Auburn going at it. Both leading their divisions right now. I'm not going to... You know how it works, Jay Jettis. I'm not going to touch it. I do not want a blue square moment. All right, not a big scoring summary here. Yes, Auburn is number 5. So Wandale Hootie goes 13 of 28, 230. Very rough stat line there. Cameron Randall. Okay, so Hephaestus Ames did not play. He was questionable for this game, did not play. And on defense, Bianco Strickland, SFA player, gets 4 TFLs. The transfer from Stanford gets 10. Xavier James, man, no sacks on the day for him. No interceptions for the team. 1 deflection. Man, Bianco went crazy. So Trey White, 15 of 27, 193. Really not known for the passing. This is where they make their money and really didn't have that great of a day. But they broke through just enough here to get that win. And Bobby Joe Toot does hit his over on the pancakes. He also got 16 from Chase Stallings. But that was a nice line, 5+ for Bobby Joe Toot. And this is a Southern Miss cover for those following their BearCaves. Curtis Blaylock got to 10, and Satchel DeJoki doing his thing, 4 TFLs. 1 sack here from J.R. Jones. No interceptions. Couple deflections. We saw both of those at the end. Oh, yeah, we have quite a few division-deciding games this week. Very, very interesting. Yeah, I'm not skipping anything at the end of a game. No. Just got to let the game do its thing. Can't wait for the new game, though, where we don't have to worry about this BS. So that's a Southern Miss cover. All right, here we go. See what game is next on my list. We've got Hawaii and Fresno State. Oh, baby. Coach Woolley in action. Let me know, Coach Woolley, heads or tails, kick or receive. You do get priority over Coach Nelly. And if you are following along, this is a 2-point favorite for Fresno State. They've got to win this one to keep pace with Southern Miss. The over-under is 57.5, and we're looking at Chadley Brown passing yards. So we get over-under 324.5. So Coach Woolley, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. Tails and kick for Woolley. Last time he was with Coach Tribe, when they watched, he lost on a Hail Mary. Will the same thing happen? Oops, I already went past the jersey selection screen. Gotta be quicker than that. Malika Fruz talking with his defense. All right, boys. Fresno State, Chadley Brown. Don't really have anybody else outside Chadley. Bulldog Stadium, number 19 in the country. It's been a pretty tame week 12. I can't really think of many upsets we've seen. We're going tails and kick here. Woolie's been begging to be ranked. Will this be good enough if he can get this win? First quarter. And no score there. Fresno State adds a tutty. So 7-0 after one. Looks like another lower scoring game. 14-0. Hawaii adds one after that, though. And then they score right before half. So now on to the third quarter. Can Hawaii battle back here? They need to stop them. There they go. They get one, but they can't do anything on offense. Cannot capitalize. Fourth quarter, down 2 scores. Got to make something happen here, and they can't. They give up a touchdown. Wooly, no. They get a fumble. Can they score? No, they can't. Nothing doing, down 3 scores here. They've got to score quickly. They get one back. Remember, we can't jump in unless it's a one-score game, and that's going to do it. 31-17. Fresno State covers. So I think Fresno State, that may have just given them the division here. Malika Fruz got in the end zone, but Chadley Brown throws 4 touchdowns. Very tough loss indeed here on BearCave. Kareem Palm, the redshirt freshman, the phenom, probably a shoo-in for the freshman All-American here. 22 of 35, 304, 2 tutties, 1 interception. Run the ball, Fleming did not get to 100. Fruz went crazy, 151 and a tutty. And on defense here, Kachuk got to 8 tackles, 4 TFLs from Armstrong. No sacks on the day, no interceptions. You got to be able to force those. Deflection there. They did get a forced fumble from Jamie Butler. And then for Chadley Brown, he got 318, so he went under on the yardage prediction. Fred Hart, the outstanding tight end, did well. Marvin Butler. A lot of TFLs here. And Tango Siddiqui, the SFA player on this defense, only 1 tackle on the day. 2 sacks. They did get an interception from Ben Coles. 3 deflections and a fumble. They did not recover it. All right, so we're going to move on. Tough loss indeed. It doesn't look like we're going to get an awesome finish to the Mountain West like last season. That was a fever dream last year where they dominated week 14. So it looks like it's a collision course for Fresno State and Wyoming of all teams. Also, tomorrow morning, I don't have a time yet or anything, but I'm going to do a Fortnite stream, so if you want to play with me, you can. I'm going to test my PS5 setup and make sure the stream's all smooth so we can hit the ground running when we hit the new game. But for right now, we are on to number 1, Baylor at BYU, renewing an age-old rivalry between Coach Flame and Coach Ron from his days at Iowa State. Baylor and Iowa State are still beefing. They're still on a collision course as well. However, Coach Ron is looking to take down Coach Flame. If anybody's going to do it, it is going to be Ron. So, Coach Flame, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. And Coach Flame, if you have a, also if you have a quick jersey submission since you're a Patreon, let me know. I don't think so. I mean, I'm obviously the one who made the rankings this week, but Baylor has 4 top 10 wins right now. They've got Texas, they got Michigan, they've got A&M, I believe. They've got there's another one in there too. So, or Oklahoma State. So, Iowa State doesn't have any of those type of wins. All right, I don't see Flame here. Eventually, you probably won't be able to ignore the undefeated, but pre-committee, I think I always feel like the top 24, the top 25 poll is like, okay, who do I think the best teams are? And then CFP committee poll takes more so the undefeated stuff into account. Because you got to look at who they're playing, buddy. If you're playing all FCS teams, you do not deserve. Yeah, I'll never take Dogwater seriously talking about rankings again. So, as always, heads and kick. Literally, we could be 50 years into the future. Dogwater says something about the rankings. I'm going to remind him of 2023 FSU. All right, here we go. Can BYU pull off a miracle? No more Fedro Bautista on this team, but they still have all the SFA players. They're up 10! But Baylor comes back quick. Oh, God, BYU. BYU, can they do it? Shamar Winter, 17! BYU, oh, my God. Oh, they add a touchdown before half. Baylor's not going away, folks. BYU is going crazy, but they give up the lead. They take it back! Oh, we're going back and forth. They're throwing haymakers here in the third quarter. 31-28. And another one. They tie it up. What a game here from BYU. Coach Ron, Coach Flame going at it. Back and forth they go. The drive is going, though, for Baylor. Remember, we can't jump into the 2-minute mark. Oh, a penalty might have just stifled the drive. It's 4th and 19. And the field goal's no good. Baylor is going to get a chance here. Or BYU. It's 3rd and 7. Can Baylor get the stop? They're running the clock here. Remember, a lot of SFA players. So you got Shamar Winter, the 5-star running back. Deontay Lightfoot. 3rd and 7. Floats that out. That's going to be a first. The drive continues. No, what a spot. Oh, my God, Baylor. They luck out. What a spot. No, and they're going for it. BYU wants this win. 4th and inches. BYU hands it off. He keeps it. He gets the first. The big dick from Ron. They hurry it up now. 1st and 10 at the 50. McGee, he lost his starting job to Fedro Bautista. Then he transferred, got it back, and he hits DeKalen Thrust, the SFA player. They could be in field goal range. Coach Flame is in shambles. Split backs. 90 seconds left. The handoff to Shamar Winter goes nowhere. Brady Davis comes up clutch there. 2nd and 13. Baylor still can get a stop without giving up points. Second and 13. Shamar Winter, he's still going backwards. Third and 13. Definitely not in field goal range. This would be about a 55-yard field goal. 3rd and 13. Handoff to Winter. Can he get to the field goal line? Oh, it's going to be close. Will they go for this or will they attempt a field goal? They're going to go for it. So another 4th down here to keep the drive going. This is very risky. Antonio McGee. They snap it. Over the middle, it's short! Baylor takes over. Baylor gets a chance. They have a minute. We saw this team score 70 on Pizza's Dome just last week. They can score in the blink of an eye. Floats this outside. That's risky, but they're going to have to hurry this up now. Only 50 seconds. Man, DJ Weber, have yourself a day. 250. Clinton Sanders is well going crazy. Man in motion, 40 seconds left, wasting a ton of time here. Over the middle, he hits Niall Sheethers. The SFA player gets 11. They're across the 50 now. They got to hurry this up. Welcome in, Coach Blazing. Clock's still running, man. Wasting time. Sanders, though, playing time. Yams it deep, and it's tipped. Oh, it's picked! Oh, out of nowhere. BYU gets the pick, and it's Davis, Chris Davis. Not that Chris Davis, but they'll take it. So this might be destined for OT, folks. We got 20 seconds left. Antonio's going to keep it. Oh, he breaks a tackle. They're in yam range. Welcome in, Coach Nathan. 14 seconds left. Can BYU pull off a miracle? BYU is 7-2, but they've had such a terrible schedule. Brown throws it short. Kalen Thrust gets 8. Still in yam range. They got one more play here. What a game from Antonio McGee, man. Second and 2. McGee dumps it to the running back. Shamar Winter makes a move, breaks a tackle, gets out of bounds. 3 seconds left. So either the upset of the season or we're going to OT. Antonio McGee for BYU. He yams it deep, and it's intercepted. We're going to OT. What a game this has been. The haymakers in the third. All right, Flame, are you here? Oh my God, this is quite the game. Yeah, I love these early morning streams. So I don't see Flame, so we're just going to do heads and defense like normal. Yeah, we've already got a crazy start to BearCave today. Week 12, the matchups were nutty, and they're going even better. So Baylor's going to start us out here. On the offensive side, Sanders, deep drop, floats out over the middle, and once again finds his man. Looks like our UI is broken, as always, heading into overtime. So we won't know who catches what, but that was Edwards. So first and goal here, Clinton Sanders. Fullback checks in. Hands it to Sheethers. Sheethers finds some room, and he gets tripped up. BYU does have a couple SFA players. They have Raheem Ozuna. They've got Koriaki Pakarori, brother of the March Madness reward player. Second and goal now. Sanders makes an audible. Drops back. They bring a blitz. They pick it up. Wait a second. He gets sacked. He going way on backwards. Third and goal now. At the 15. They've got to score here. Split backs. What is the call for Coach Flame? Of trying to avoid disaster. Over the middle. Oh! Touchdown, Baylor! It's Trent Mills, the tight end. Wide open. How do you leave him so wide open? As we check on Eastern Michigan, congrats to Coach Mike Gronstall with the Jessica Aspeth, SFA player. All right, BYU, you got to score here. They missed the chance. They missed the chance to get the field goal, but that's all right. Reese Brewster in motion, SFA player. McGee, and he gets hit as he throws. They call it incomplete. Baylor's starting to wake up here. Crunch time. Flame knows what's coming. It's a screen pass to DeKalen Thrust. He gets about 4. Third and 6. Floats it, and it's that would have ended the game! It's 4th down, but Baylor had it. He flopped it right to him. Fourth down, game on the line for BYU. Down 7, McGee. They bring 3, it's a screen. Shamar Winter, he has room! No! He's pushed out! And Baylor survives! The #1 team in the nation beats his former rival. 38-31 in OT. That'll be a Baylor no cover. What a game. BYU had them in their sights. Maybe BYU deserves a bit more love than they're getting, but unbelievable game. Man, what a start to the day. We had #1 on the ropes. All right, let's see how this one played out, because BYU gave them all they could. Winter got a touchdown. Sheathers, Brewster, Edwards, Brewster, Weber, and Mills getting the game-winning touchdown on a 3rd and 15. Clinton Sanders, big day for him. Very up and down, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Rushing the ball, Niles Sheathers. And what was the BearCave line? Shamar Winter rushing yards. All right, we'll check on that in a second. But 174 for Sheathers. DJ Weber having himself a massive game. Very nicely done. I mean, that was quite the scare there for a while. It did not look like Baylor was going to win it. Got a couple of fumbles here as well. Will that be enough to make Baylor go down in the rankings? I don't know, but Antonio McGee had himself a legendary day here. Rushing the ball? No, Shamar Winter does not get the over on his rushing yards. Kalen Thrust gets 6. Deontay Lightfoot only 2 catches. And Reese Brewster, the SFA player, he gets 2 touchdowns on 2 catches. On defense, Ozuna got 9 tackles. Sack for Lewis. 3 interceptions. And Raheem Ozuna got himself a fumble. Nice. All right, so that will do it here from Baylor with the no cover. He flubbed it, or flobbed it. Yeah, those I default to. He throws a duck or he throws a floaty. but I can add flubbed or flobbed into the arsenal. Welcome in, Mango. So the top 10 can all breathe a sigh of relief as their top quality loss in Baylor survives. And then next up, who do we got next? Is it time for Jay Jettas? Is it time to fire Jay Jettas? Yes, it is. So we got Oklahoma and Tennessee. And the funny thing about this is Oklahoma is not winning the division, and Tennessee can still win their division. And actually, Tennessee may be even the favorite to win their division. We got a couple of games here before. So Jay Jettas, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. He's got Brent Farr in now. And just so you know, Jay Jettas, Farr was already in, but I didn't take down Bullock's overall. So that's why they played like 50-50. So you didn't tell me to edit the depth chart. So anyways. All right, so let's look at this. This is a 2.5-point favorite for Jay Jettas and 51.5 over-under. And we're looking at Shaquille Wild Goose, anytime touchdowns. A lot of people put money on this line. We'll see if it works. We've got Nick and we've got Jay Jettas. Nick technically still in the race for the division. However, that's like their only hope. And then for Oklahoma, their only chance to make the playoff now is going probably 10-2 or 9-3 with some big wins. So this is almost a must-win for both. Ironically, these are the two best programs in the SEC in the last, 5 years? Both littered with SFA talent. Here we go. We're at Neyland. Large visiting Oklahoma section, though. Get ready to hear Rocky Top. All right, they get the kick. So we'll see Tennessee first. Next quarter, here we go. Going backwards to start it. Very slow game. Oklahoma. Tennessee scores first. And they get a safety. We got 7-2. Stop the count, folks. No more scoring. Stop it. Yes. No more scoring. Keep it 7-2. No! 14, 21-2! Oklahoma's getting their shit stomped at Neyland. 28-2! Oh, they give up a tutty. 35! Oklahoma, what happened? What did Rex Beavers do to you? They've just not been the same team. What's happening? 42-9! What in the world is happening? Tennessee wins outright. 42-16. Trent Fox gets a tutty. Edmund Edwards, Mario Reeves, Snow Graves, and Shaquille hits it. Wild Goose. So Brent Farr, 12 of 25, 167, 1 tutty, 1 interception. Gus McFeeters doesn't do much. And now all of a sudden Oklahoma is in major danger of not making the playoff. Dambo Dinkins does well. Have they lost 3 of their last 4? That Dogwater Brett has been hurt. He had like a probable icon. That's why it's showing it. Because if you get hurt in the game, it doesn't show the icon. Rohrbacher gets one. Charles Hill gets a fumble, but man, JJ's got to go back to the drawing board, man. Something's not going right as Boss Hennessy outplayed him. 5 tutties for Boss Hennessy. Potentially the best game of his career. as Des Stiffy ran for 133. Sven Vandersloot gets 6. Spreading the wealth around. Only 3 TFLs on the day. Nothing crazy. They were just going nutty on offense, it seems. And that will do it. 42-16 for Tennessee. Oklahoma loses. GJs, I don't know how you can say the team's almost identical to last year when you were undefeated and we said potentially the most dominant team we've ever seen. And then you're now lost like 3 of your last 4. No, that doesn't compute. So Tennessee wins outright if you're scoring at home. Maybe it was all Remmers. Love you, J Jettas. All right, let's keep it going now. We've got, I believe, the Sickos Game of the Week up next. As we got Iowa State and Nebraska. So coming into the week, Iowa State could have clinched the division with either a win or an Arkansas loss. And Arkansas did, in fact, lose. So Iowa State has already won the division. They will be playing in the Big 12 Championship against most likely Baylor or Oklahoma State. They're the last undefeated team in the country. However, don't count out Nebraska. These 5-4 teams are quite good. We just saw it from Tennessee. You'll probably see it here from Nebraska. They knocked off Oklahoma State last week. So, Coach Logan Radke, if you're here, let me know. Kick or receive, heads or tails. And if Nebraska, if you're here. Now, we always know he wants the black shirts here. All right, here we go. Don't see either of them, so we're just going to hop on board with Iowa State, the last undefeated team in the country. And our first outright division winner. 9-0, 5-0 in the Big 12. So, 3-point favorite for Iowa State, 53.5 for the over-under. And we're looking at Bomani Eamon sacks, the defensive end, the freshman for Coach Logan Radke. Coach Logan Radke, an IRL offensive coordinator, has found a way to make this team incredible despite maybe a lackluster roster, some missed opportunities in the transfer portal. And now they've won the division. And pretty much you can guarantee pretty much if they win two of their last 3 games, Iowa State will be in the playoff. So we're going to go heads and kick per usual. We'll see if Nebraska can build off last week's win. They decide to receive for Nebraska. So here we go. Back at Memorial Stadium. We've been here quite a few times this year. 7-0, 14-0. The last undefeated team on the ropes. The Cyclones are down 21. 28-0. They finally add one. Oh my God, these 5-4 teams. Where was this all season, Nebraska? 42. Just an absolute bludgeoning here. 45-7. Iowa State getting clobbered. And there will officially be no undefeated teams here in season 15 as Nebraska takes down Iowa State 45-7. Domination here for Nebraska the last couple of weeks. Too bad they're already locked out of any CFP or anything like that. But they finally hit their stride. They finally hit the potential. As Arian Green Davis finally. My God. As Dan Brown went down, or maybe they took him out. But 9 of 25, 182 and a tutty. 36%. Dan Brown, who's in the Heisman talk here. The running didn't go well either. 1 catch for 2 yards for the X Factor, Kevin Kramer. Just the worst possible. My God, Alexis Elwood got a sack, but not Bomani Emons. No interceptions. Deflections. Julius Swain, another fantastic day. Brandon Adams as well. Arian Green Davis with 3 touchdowns. His team finally stepping up just like 4 weeks too late. They should have done this at the beginning of the season. 4 total sacks for this defense. I'm so salty. The 2 teams I picked Tennessee to win the national championship, and I picked Nebraska to go to the semis. They're both fucking 5-4 and then do this. The potential is there. So 2 shockers here as Nebraska and Tennessee both pick up monster wins. I mean, we were all Nebraska believers until they just shit the bed. We're like 4-4. So that's a Nebraska outright victory, folks. So no more undefeated teams here, and now the Iowa State #1 talk can officially end. They will not be #1 in the nation next week. No, no. All right, now at Dogwater, it is officially time. It is time to watch North Texas take on the Tulane Green Wave. 8-1 Tulane. North Texas 6-4, 5-1 in conference. So Coach D Sleep, kick or receive. And do you have a jersey request? As this is a push line, 50.5 over under. And we're looking at Tracy Post's rushing yards, quarterback for Tulane. Tails and kick. Well, you can't pick the coin toss, so it's just kick. All right, Joan Green jerseys, here we go. As we are halfway through the BearCave. Currently, the 2 leaders in both divisions here in the Conference USA. Is this going to be a preview of what's to come? But UTSA is breathing down to North Texas's neck here. North Texas, we've seen them stumble for years. They're finally living up to their potential. Can they take a stranglehold? Yeah, Coach Legacy's around, but he's not in stream today. All right, 8-1, here we go. Quick touchdown for Tulane and a long drive for a field goal there for North Texas. Oh, baby, here we go. 7-3, second quarter. Tulane still ahead. Tulane adds 3. North Texas ties it up right before half. That was monster. Not much doing here. A lot of lower scoring games today. 10-10 now. Tulane adds 7 as we head to the 4th quarter. Just going back and forth here. We're going to go 1 play at a time now. As that's an interception by Jamie Vonderlo, the SFA middle linebacker. Gets a pick. Now North Texas is going crazy here, trying to get it. A big play there to George Gritty V. SFA players making plays now. Taquan Twiggs. Watch out for the veteran. And that's a touchdown. Taquan Twiggs through the air ties it up. All SFA players there in the last drive. So we're going to jump in. It's 4th and 10 now. So 2nd and 11. North Texas has the ball. Chance to win the game. So they scored touchdown. Can they finish the job? Man in motion. They give it to Twiggs. Nice run there from Taekwon. The SFA vet, that's his 30th carry. Not even over 100 yards yet. Very gritty game. First and 10 now. Under 2 minutes at the 50. Another handoff for Taekwon. They can't stop him. He gets 6. The floodgates starting to open in the run game. Averaging 3.4 a carry. That's all you need to average. That's the golden number if you're a running back. Second and 4. Roll out right. He floats it. It's caught. And he's going to be short. No, they give him the first. I thought it would reset after that broken tackle. Andrew Edwards gets the first. That was hard fought from Oscar Branch. So they approach field goal range now. Under center. Takes the handoff. Branch dumps that short. Joe Miller gets 6. So we approach the minute mark. Both teams have all their timeouts. We're now under 1 minute. 3-man front. They could still run the ball here. Plenty of time. Branch. He's going to throw this. Only a 3-man rush. Floats it outside, and that's just out of bounds. He had an open man, but decided to throw it away. Live to fight another down. 3rd and 4 now for the Mean Green. 5 of 16 on the day. Nobody covering the slot. It's going to be a screen pass. Taekwon, he goes backwards. What a stop for Tulane. Nothing doing. Knocking him out of field goal range. And they're going for it. Big balls from North Texas. They're out empty. 4th and 9. Branch. Corner blitz. He's hit as he throws. It's complete. What a completion. And they're going to hurry it up. Big old play there for Coach D-Sleep. 35 seconds left. Corner blitz again over the middle. And now they're likely in field goal range. Tulane starts using those timeouts. I've never seen a UNT coffee mug. 2nd and 4 now. Quick option from Branch. And he goes nowhere. Third and 3. Last chance here for Tulane. They're going to have to call a timeout, keep some time on the clock. Can be a screen pass. Can they blow it up? Taekwon, he stopped short. Timeout comes out. Tulane will get a chance to have the ball. So 41 yards from right hash to take the lead for North Texas. The kick, it's up, and it is good! Coach D-Sleep scores 10 in the 4th, takes the lead. So 21 seconds for Tracy Potes and Whoop-de Tibbs to keep another dream season for Tulane alive. Their only losses to Ohio State. First and 10, 21 seconds. We know how electric this team can be. Whoop-de Tibbs and Tracy Potes. 21 seconds. Potes, man in motion. He has time. He yams that one. It's a firecracker, and he gets to the 50. Alex Johnson already in yam range. 16 seconds. Tracy Potes is a dynamo. 14. 10 seconds. Potes. He's gonna yam it. Ball's on the ground. Oh, no. They have to use the last timeout. Potes was gonna yam. 2nd and 22. Last play of the game. Potes. He yams it again! Oh, thank God. It's incomplete. We get another chance. This defensive line is incredible. They have two guys who are in the top 5 in sacks. Johnson and Desi Mazood. They're getting home virtually immediately. 3rd and 22 here. This time he's going to yam it. He has the arm. It's caught. Oh, no! Triple zeros. Alex Johnson tripped at the 1. They did everything. The shoestring. The hot Tua right on the shoelace. No way. The defender missed the tip and somehow recovered. I can't believe it. Tracy Potes gave him it. We've got to watch that one back. That was incredible. The yam was caught. Nobody in the way. The diving guy didn't get in the way. And then the shoestring. I was about to roast D-Sleep so hard, and then he tackled him. Unbelievable. Look at this. Oh! No way. No way, man. The face of a loser. Yeah, who's number 25, man? Buy that guy a boat. All right, let's look at the scoring summary first. And what was the line on this game? This game was a push. Okay, so North Texas wins outright. All right, so, I mean, it was 10 points at the end there for North Texas. Very nicely done. Let's look at the stats here. Oscar Branch, 22 of 38, 188, and 2 touchdowns. Taquan Twiggs, 100 yards. Very, very rough getting into field goal range, but they managed to do it. On defense, Shea Dickerson, 5 TFLs for Williams. And then Johnson got a sack. Shea Dickerson got a sack. And who's number 25? Anthony Jones won the game for him. The interception for Jamie Vondelo. Two of 3 on field goals. And then for Tulane, Tracy Potes, man, 350, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Can't believe it went down like that. Whoop-de Tibbs under 100 yards. Doesn't happen too often. Alex Johnson, 3 yards away from that epic touchdown. Defense, 4 tackles for loss. They got a sack. No interceptions today. The deflection. All right, let's take a look at the play. I mean, Potes finally gets the amount of time. Look at the beautiful amount of time there. They obviously don't play a good defense. And what a bad angle. Like, what is he doing? Yeah, he would have been castrated for this in the film room. What is this attempt at the ball? Also, like, he ripped it away from this guy. This guy tried to make the tackle. He couldn't. God, dude. No, dude, look at the morph. He missed him. There's no way. Oh, my God, he hit the foot. He literally hit the foot. I'm sick to my stomach. Unbelievable play from number 25. Let's just look at his... He's like, oh, God, I'm scared. All right, let's just play it from his angle. He sees the ball coming. He gets out of the way. God, I can't believe it. What a play, man. That's like a... That's just one of those plays where it goes from complete euphoria for one coach to pure sadness in the matter of like half a second. It's like, oh, wait. Like, by the second you realize, wait, he caught that. He's already tackled. So that is a North Texas outright win. And we are past the left side of the graphics, so now we're on to the right side, which means we're on to the big-time games of the week. All these games have been great so far, but still got quite a few left. Remember, we still have a top 10 matchup here for game day between Texas and Auburn. But next up, we got the battle for the division. Minnesota and Iowa. Coach Rick, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. But fun fact, if Iowa wins, they win the division. If Minnesota wins, Iowa can still win the division. They'll have to have Minnesota lose out to Northwestern in Wisconsin. So while unlikely, still not technically clinched. So Minnesota has to win this game and another one. Iowa, all they need to do is win this game. So I don't see Coach Rick here. So Jarkus, let me know. Kick or receive. We'll go with you here. And this is a 3.5 point spread for Minnesota. Over-under is 48.5. And we are looking at Freddie Funyun's interceptions today. Very even here. We got the Floyd of Rosedale on the line. See if Jarkus can steal a division with Rayshon Gloop. It's been a weird season for Iowa. They took Iowa State to OT. They got bludgeoned by NC State. A lot of weird things happening in our first snow game of the year. It's officially that time of the season, boys. We've got snow. Love some snow games here in the SFA. We've got snow in a game for the division. Oh, baby. So, Rayshon Gloop there with the bald redhead. Here we go. No score there early. Looked like somebody fludged it here for Iowa. 0-0 to start. This is a beautiful game already. 0-0 here, still in the second quarter. No scores. And Iowa adds one right before halftime. Just a completely beautiful game so far. Big Ten Classic here. 7-0. Minnesota, can they get on the board? Jackson Arroyo, the Nebraska guy. And they can't score as we enter the fourth quarter. And they add another. Iowa is up 2 scores here. Are we going to get another outright victory? Another score might just end it. It's 17! Minnesota, are they going to get shut out? Minnesota, who's the odds-on favorite to win this division. Everybody thought they were going to win the division. Remember, we can't jump in unless it gets to 1 score. And this is going to give Iowa the division. They do it! Iowa has stolen the division at 7-3. (17-7). Iowa does it. They steal the division. Rayshon Gloop. It will be Iowa in the Big Ten Championship playing for a chance at the playoff. Unbelievable. You just got glooped is exactly right. 16 of 31, 200 yards, 1 touchdown. Michael Madsen, this team, man, they've had some difficulties. Not even their starting running back getting 40 carries. Willie Anderson finally popped off for you, Jarkus. And the defense 10 tackles for Jones, a lot of TFLs. No sacks on the day, but you did get an interception from Grant Fitzpatrick. Couple deflections, man. Imagine we see a Rayshon Gloop playoff game. That would be incredible. 1 of 2 on the kicking. And for Minnesota, man, what happened? Jackson Arroyo, the sophomore, the lights were too bright in the snow. The man from Nebraska, 12 of 28. Warren had 25 carries. They just couldn't get into the end zone. Dusty Dukes didn't do too much. And on defense, a lot of TFLs here from the D. Quay Camaro both had 2, but no sacks from those 2. No interceptions from Freddie Funyuns. That line does not hit. He did get a deflection. Forced fumble from Quay. But Minnesota, man. Everybody thought, including myself, Minnesota was going to run away with this division, especially after the up and down games from Iowa. But congratulations, Jarkus. Talk about a division just wiped out from under you. That is a Iowa outright as well. Got a lot of outright victories going on here. So if you just missed it, we had Southern Miss cover, Fresno State cover, Baylor no cover, then Tennessee, Nebraska, North Texas, and Iowa all outright. That's ridiculous. And we still got 3 games left on the slate. As next up is, we're going right back to the Big Ten. We've got Mango, we've got Coach Bodie. Another chance for Penn State to do something crazy in this division. Michigan, though, they've been just an absolute juggernaut this year. Their only loss is to Baylor. So, Coach Mango, let me know, kick or receive. Coach Bodie, if you're here, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. We'll see which one of you guys is here. But, this game is a 4-point favorite for Michigan. Over-under is 51.5. And we're looking at Boogie Toes. Will he get over-under 20.5 carries? So is that defend south, is that left or right? So 2 top 10 defenses going at it. One of the best running games in the country from both sides as well. Greg Rogers on one side and Boogie Toes on the other. Penn State this could be their best season in the NCAA 14 era. They finished 8-5 like 4 times. Can they be 8-5? Well, they're at 7-2 right now. Michigan, Penn State, and Ohio State could both still win this division. Penn State, though, they're out if they lose. And I think Michigan wins the division if they win this game. So yeah, Michigan playing for the division. If they lose, then Penn State can win it outright by winning the rest of the games. I think it's just Michigan State. And then Ohio State can win. If Penn State wins this game, they lose to Michigan State, and then Ohio State beats Michigan in the game. So, a lot of scenarios here. We're in the Big House, Michigan. Number 3. He wants to defend right. Oh, he didn't even get to defend. All right. Well, let him defend right. Here we go. Number 3, Michigan. Can they defend the Big House against Boogie Toes? 7-0 for Penn State. 14-0 for Penn! Second quarter, they get 3 back. Penn State still up 11. They get a touchdown. 14-10. What a game so far. 14-10. This has been a wild BearCave. The field goal was no good. Michigan takes the lead. They've scored 17 unanswered. Penn State just nothing doing here in the second or the third quarter. Change of possession. Michigan stalls. Penn State stalls. Michigan, long drive. No, they stall. We're going to go one play at a time. 17-14. We'll jump in at the 2-minute mark. Boogie Toes, can he get something going? No, he can't. They got to punt it. Michigan has the ball. Rogers, can he finish the job? They're going 1. They're going twice. 3rd and inches. 4th and 4. They don't get it. So they bring out the punt unit. They will run some clock here. But Penn State has their chance, and they didn't run the clock. What are you doing? As he angles this to the sideline, and he can't pin him deep. So Boogie Toes at 15 carries right now. The over-under was 20.5. So this is the chance for Coach Bodie and for Penn State. The first time in SFA NCAA 14 era, really since Dave was their coach, that we actually thought this team could do something. Boogie Toes in the backfield. Made the playoff with Illinois. They're going to throw it to him. Cassius Dreyer almost gets there. Yeah, and then Kennard Shorts, the former Penn State guy. Lewis dumps that off to Toes, and he drops it. So a 3rd and 10. This defense is really good. Renner Hornbeek, you got Dylan Hart, you got Cassius Dreyer. This is a stacked defense for sure. Split backs. 3rd and 10. Going to be a screen back to Boogie. Can he make a play? No, he can't. So you got to think they got to go for this here. 4th and 12. And that's what they're going to do. Not looking good here for Penn State. They still have 3 timeouts, so it's not completely dead if they don't get this. Another screen. Boogie Toes has to make a play. He does! Boogie! Oh, he shrugs him off! Boogie on your dome! The drive continues. He yams it deep, and he hits him! Derek Baker! Boogie Toes gets the block, makes the play, they hit the yam, we're in business. Split backs. Boogie Toes wants this victory. Lewis over the middle, hits him, and it's ripped out by Renner Hornbeek. Doing it just the only way Penn State can, man. 2nd and 10 now. Fringe field goal range. We don't know how good their kicker is. Probably need about 10 yards to make this better. But they're looking for a victory. Man, this is one of those games that went from like 99.9% chance for Michigan of winning to now it's like 50-50. 3rd and 3. 48 seconds. They hurry it up. Lewis, he has time. Floats that, and he misses him! Oh! Wide open. And field goal comes out. The biggest kick of his life. Right from the middle. It's a 45-yarder to tie this game up. Penn State, the kick. It's good! What a bear cave we've had. So 17-17. Are we going to get another overtime game here? Who will face Iowa in the Big Ten Championship? Michigan will if they win this game. .41 seconds. Dumps it off to Rogers. He runs over one, gets hit hard. James Love, 10 of 22 on the day. Not known for his passing. It's all running with Penn State. Romaine Ernest on the defensive end is an SFA player. Hugh Dunnett at corner. And that's tipped away, almost picked. Ooh, that would have been dangerous. Picking that off of the tip. 3rd and 2 here for Michigan. Still 3 timeouts for Penn State. 4-man rush. Floats it outside. Wide open man! And he catches it. Tyrone Evans hangs on. So 28 seconds left. They're going to hurry it up now. Fringe jam range. First and 10. They're in the pistol. Corner's late getting over there. See if they attack it. Four-man rush again. Got hit on the backside. Nice catch there. So James Love staying in the pocket, delivering a nice little throw there to Evans again. 21 seconds. Bunch formation top of your screen. Three-man rush. He takes off. Love. Love. Oh, Love gets some room. "16 seconds. They are threatening field goal range. Probably like to get about 10 more yards. They still have that timeout in the back pocket. James Love, three-man rush again. Throws it. He hits his man, and he hangs on. Brandon Lewis. So 9 seconds. Do they bring out the field goal unit? Yes, they do. Oh, wait a second. What happened there? I guess it was a timeout. Oh, and they are icing the kicker. And that antifreeze, though. To win the game, this is going to be a 46-yarder from right hash. Michigan to win the division. The kick, it's up, and it is good! It looked iffy. They got it done. To Michigan, the cesspool of the West. Hail to those motherfuckers. Hail to those big cocksuckers. Hail, hail. So 6 seconds left for Penn State. Division hopes on the line. They got to come up with a big play. Now, remember, folks, Boogie Toes was on the field when Illinois did the exact same thing to Arizona in the Tucson tragedy. Will we see it again? 75 yards away. Antonio Lewis, he yams it deep. And it's tipped away. Zeros on the clock. And Michigan wins the division. So your Big Ten championship, folks, will be Mango and the Michigan Wolverines taking on Iowa and Coach Jarkus as Bubba Moses gets 6 TFLs, 3 sacks. And yes, another no-cover hits. So 2 games left on the schedule here. Or no, it's 1 game left for Michigan, and it's Ohio State. And it doesn't matter if they win or lose that game. Now it might matter. There's a big difference between being 10-2 in the CCG versus being 11-1 in the CCG, but in terms of the playoff. Michigan, man, if Baylor stumbles, Michigan could get that #1 seed. I do think that Michigan will probably wind up being #2 next week. So Michigan's still in play. That was way closer than I thought for the field goal. So Michigan could steal a #1 seed this year. All that talk from Mango about his tough schedule. As Penn State, man, they started out 14-0. It was looking so good, but Michigan battled back like great teams do. Michigan, they haven't made the playoffs since season 7 when they went to the semifinals. And they lost on a fumble to Iowa State on the game-winning drive. So, very nicely done from the offense here. Defense, Bubba Moses went nutty. 3 sacks. Interception from Dylan Hart, the Ohio State safety. Great job, great job, great job. And then for Penn State, you got Antonio Lewis. Not a great day through the air. Boogie Toes did not hit his over on carries. And on defense, they had Tyquan Saturn back. He had major injuries back, but Roman Ernest, no sacks for him today. They did get 3, though. And no interceptions from Hugh Dunnett. 3 deflections. And that will do it here from the Big House. So the Big Ten is set. Interesting. I thought that the Big Ten was going to be a very interesting finish, but Iowa and Michigan survive here. And now if you're Minnesota, man, your playoff hopes are just hanging on by a thread. Gonna have to hope for an at-large. And the at-large race might be pretty difficult this year, so we'll have to see. Shape it up to be a difficult season to be on the playoff committee, that's for sure. So Iowa's one of those teams that is a bid stealer for sure. They're not in the top 25 right now. So a couple games left. Just a reminder, folks, I will be streaming tomorrow. If you want to play Fortnite with me while I test the PS5 setup. As we prepare for the new game launch. So if you want to play, I will be streaming tomorrow morning. But next up is we got another true battle for a division. It's Utah and USC. We got Coach Fink taking on USC, looking for his first division title as a Pac-12 coach. So Coach Fink, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Very interesting game here. Can USC get to their first Pac-12 championship, I believe, in the NCAA 14 era? This is a push game. The over-under is 50.5. And we're looking at Nazir Fitzsimmons tackles. Can you get over 3.5? Yeah. Whatever your coach stability is at the end of this season is what you'll start with next season. But we do have some bonuses and stuff for like winning a bowl game, that sort of thing. So yeah, so if you are in the hole right now, you got to have a better season next season, you know? So you got to crawl out of the gutter. All right, no Fink here. Yep, with complete uncertainty. But the good thing about that, though, is that your coach approval, or at least how it fluctuates, is completely based on the team's overall. So, like, for next year, it will just depend on what it is. So, like, if you're a team that is supposed to go 6-6, you're not going to get docked if you go 6-6, right? All right, 7-7 after the first. This is for the division and a spot in the Pac-12 championship. They're going back and forth here. High-scoring game in the Pac-12. Yeah, Dogwire, yours is high because you're heavily outperforming your overall. It's 28-20. Fink on the back rope. He desperately needs this. Oh, no, it's up to 15. Come on, Fink! Fumble recovered by USC. No! Wait a second. They got a quick one. Utah has a chance. It's 8 points. Come on, Utah. Make a play. Utah, please. Please, Utah. Please, Utah. House. He gets the first. Nicholas Oakley was late. Last hope here for Utah. They've got to get a stop right now. One more first down will end it, and USC will be on top. Oh, no. No, not like this. Brandon Sanders. USC, man. We could be seeing USC in the playoff. What is this? They've never been good. It's victory formation. But hold on, folks. If you look at this, there's a chance. I mean, there's 15-second difference. You gotta hope for a missed field goal, I guess, as you're down 8. Please, Fink, please. There's still some chance if they run a real play, and they will. Are they going to actually throw it? They got to get an interception or something. Turnover or something. Force a fumble! So Utah will get the ball back, but they got to block this kick or something. Or this has to go wide. This is about a, what is this, a 33-yarder from left hash to win the division. They're going to run the clock out. Fink. To win the division for the USC Trojans. The kick, it's up, and it is good! The Trojans, they're going back to the Pac-12 championship. And they do it at home in the Coliseum. And Utah scored a meaningless touchdown at the end. Oh, no. Terrence House, 4 touchdowns. As USC does it in front of the home crowd. This is another blue blood program that has just not been good in the NCAA 14 era. They get it done. So, it'll be interesting to see what that last second touchdown was from Utah, but there's no chance. Down they go. Man, we had so many big plays today. Yeah, botching that kick would have been tough. All right, scoring summary. Who got that final touchdown? Kira Streaker got a 75-yarder. His time expired. The #1 recruit popping off, but didn't matter. Matt Hales, 17 of 32. Big-time day for him. 4 touchdowns. Running the ball over 100 yards for Barber. Kira Streaker, 154 and 2. Defensively, not a lot of TFLs. Fitzsimmons did not hit his over on tackles. Liam Gagne got a sack. Javi Santana got a pick, but the SFA players didn't do quite enough. They did get 2 fumbles as well. And for USC, Terrence House, the redshirt senior, 4 touchdowns. Finally living up to his abilities. Brandon Sanders, we got to watch this team a little bit more. They actually might be making the playoff here. TFLs, a lot of them for Bell here. No sacks on the day. Interception for McPherson. Fumble for Cook. And that will do it. 38-33, USC wins outright. So we got one more game here before game day. So USC will win the South. And this might be the earliest we've seen the South decided in quite a long time. Since like pre-Dogwater days. Alright, so just making sure we have one game left. We have this one, Georgia Tech, North Carolina, before our SEC game right there. Yes, sir. Alright. So Coach Mike, if you're here, or Coach Sirlaxis, bro, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. And if Coach Mike, if you are here, let me know if you want a jersey request. We got number 4 taking on number 13, Georgia Tech. This is massive. So if Georgia Tech wins this game, it will complete the circle of suck. Or no, if North Carolina wins this game, it will complete the circle of suck with ECU. And then it will be just like last season. It will come down to the end. Alright, I don't see any mic or anything, so I'm just gonna hop on board. Let's go. massive game here. If Georgia Tech wins, they'll likely win the division as they have the head-to-head against East Carolina. This game is it is a 2-point favorite for the Tar Heels. And the over-under is going to be 60.5. And we're looking at Sid Nash. Will he combine for over 3.5 with TFLs, sacks, interceptions, forced fumbles, or fumble recoveries? Will he get over 3.5 of those? That's a plus 700 line. That is a monster line. So we'll see. And we got snow here in Raleigh or in Chapel Hill. Oh, baby, we've got snow. This might favor the triple option. UNC, Coach Alexis Brio, they're number 1 just a couple weeks ago. Number 4, probably going to move up with Iowa State losing. Georgia Tech, number 13, trying to get back in what's considered a bit of a down year. And as always, I know Georgia Tech wants to receive the ball, so we'll just go with it even though Mike's not here. First quarter, quick touchdown for Georgia Tech. North Carolina battling back. It was a tough drive, but they get it done. Next quarter, UNC goes up 14-10. Very close game. Long drive to end the half. Georgia Tech leads by 3. Georgia Tech, they can't add to the lead. Wait, they're up 10. UNC on their back foot now. Kirko Squatch is in the game. I saw his name flash up at the top there. Kirko Squatch is in. One play at a time. North Carolina, they've got to score. Otherwise, we can't watch. Ashley Burke's going crazy. It's intercepted by Nakamoto, the SFA player. And a penalty on the defense. This could just end the game. North Carolina, just like last year, choking. Oh, just a complete choke away for UNC. They can't beat East Carolina. They can't beat Georgia Tech 2 years in a row. Oh, not like this for Alexis Brio. Not like this. Kirko Squatch gets the win. Georgia Tech outright is going to probably end up winning the division again. Now East Carolina has to hope that Georgia Tech loses. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So Clayton Tune played half. Kirko had to come in. Did his thing. Running the ball, the fullback, Lee McDuffie. And we're in the timeline where the team that lost to Western Kentucky might be making the playoff again. And they have no Juice Riggs either. How are they doing this, man? As Reed Nakamoto gets it done. Freddie Kazili gets himself a sack. Reed Nakamoto, the SFA player, the 5'7" guy, gets a pick. The critical pick to secure the win. Literally the one-star corner. Unfrickin' believable. As UNC once again choking on a straw. 16-30. Josh Garrett unable to do much. Brock Thunderbird, you think he'd do well in the snow? Doesn't. Breastfeeder only 3. Pancakes. 4 guys over 10 tackles. I mean, they're dominating line of scrimmage for a lot of this game, but the offense just wouldn't score. Deflections. So not looking good for Sid Nash, who, oh dear, Sid Nash, no, not like this. He does not combine for over 3.5. He doesn't get 1. Sid Nash choking in the snow. The plus 700 bet. No, no, no. All right, so that's going to do it here for BearCave. Let's see the players of the game. And then, as always, we're going to check on next week. And because we're on our quicker schedule right now, I will probably end up putting the game day poll out later today. So we'll see. But that's a Georgia Tech outright victory, folks. So remember, all these games will be posted after game day. So before we head out, let's make sure we check on week 13 as we have a lot more info here. Crazy BearCave once again. Just to recap, we got Southern Miss cover, Fresno State cover, Baylor no cover, Tennessee outright, Nebraska outright, North Texas outright, Iowa outright, Michigan no cover, USC outright, and Georgia Tech outright. So as we head to week 13, Georgia Tech, NC State. So if they win this, they'll win the division. If they lose, ECU will probably win the division if they beat Buffalo. Tennessee, Kentucky, Nebraska, Iowa, the Heroes game, UTSA, and Army. Oklahoma, Texas A&M. Ohio State, Maryland, Florida, Florida State. Cincinnati and Rutgers. Hawaii, UNLV, always a fun one. Penn State, Pitt. Baylor, Kansas, Iowa State, Oklahoma State. Buffalo, East Carolina. Some very interesting games here. Georgia Southern Coastal, I believe that will be for the division as well. And I believe this one will be for the division as well. So Sunbelt coming down to next week. And, all right, that will do it here for BearCave. I'll be back for game day here in about 5 to 10 minutes. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for any follows, subs, bits, or anything like that throughout the streams. We'll be back here, and like I said, in about 5 to 10 minutes. Peace.